I've done this one over and over and over and over again. I just cannot seem to get this the way that it should be. And part of the reason why is that this is all an incredible head knowledge. This is nothing new for me that I know, but the translation to my heart is incredibly difficult. The capture of these concepts into my heart it's lacking. It really is. That Jesus is superior than everything else. I know that. But the aspect of it coming out of my life is even more difficult. Today, I want us to take a look at the very nature of Jesus. That his own character, the very core of who he is the exact imprint of God's nature. And that Jesus, as the writer of Hebrews talks about, that Jesus receives this as being appointed the heir of God. That Jesus inherits this nature. And that he receives this nature from who God is. Nobody can claim that. The angels can't even claim to be the very heir of God. But then not only that, but Jesus is the radiance of the glory of God. The concept of glory is the concept of light and splendor, but you could also say that the very nature of God is tied up in his glory. That the very nature of God is glorious. And that Jesus is the radiance, that he is the visible manifestation of the glory and nature of God. That not only does Jesus receive God's nature, but he also sends out God's nature. And nobody can claim that. Nobody can claim to be the radiance of God's glory except Jesus. But see, here's where I want it to translate more to my life. And that this isn't just some head knowledge. That, yeah, Jesus is superior than anybody else. And that we get that. I get that. And the Bible says it and everything. But it's supposed to impact our life. It's supposed to impact my life. And here's how it's supposed to impact. That we are listed as co-heirs with Jesus for the possession, for the inheritance, and for the nature of God himself. Does my life, would somebody look at my life and go, man, I would say that you're the co-heir with Jesus and God's nature. And how do we come to that? The same way that Jesus did. That we come to that point and that other people can say that about us because we are not only the receivers of God's nature, but what good is it if we receive God's nature but never radiate it out? Jesus says that we're supposed to be a light on a hill for other people to see the glory of God through us. Can people really see that in my life? And am I really so enamored by who Jesus is and his superiority that my life reflects and radiates his glory? I'm afraid that it doesn't. And my prayer that in my life, that my life becomes more and more and more the radiance of who God is. Continue to join with me in reading Hebrews so that we can see more into how this all impacts our everyday life. It's about time for us to go. My youngest is knocking on the door. I look forward to interacting with you more about how God is working in your life through all this.